Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban. You are watching the Sabah Show. Keep it locked right here on Horizon TV.
Na bila shaka kwa mdundo huo ni ishara kwamba kipindi cha Tech Tuesday kipo hewani, na nahodha wako ni Muhammad Obura, si Yusuf Farah, na namshikilia Yusuf Farah manake ndo hivyo hivyo, lazima tuweze kusukuma gurudumu hili. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bila shaka tunakujia moja kwa moja kutoka katikati mwa jiji kuu la Nairobi kwenye msikiti wa Jamia. Weza changia kipindi hichi kwa kutuma ujumbe mfupi kwa nambari 21951 21951 au tupige simu nambari ikiwa ni 0754707707. Katika mitandao za kijamii tupo Facebook Horizon TV Kenya, Twitter Horizon TV Kenya, Instagram tupatikana, like page yetu Horizon TV Kenya, Obura_Moha, nitakuwa na kufollow back ukiweza kunifollow. Na ikiwa ni siku au ikiwa ni tarehe 23 Safar mwaka 1441 sawia na tarehe 22 mwezi wa Oktoba mwaka 2019. Tayari naona kikosi changu kishajaja studioni kuzungumzia swala la online learning. Tala, how are you my friend?
I'm good.
You're good. Welcome to the show.
Obura. Yes, I'm happy to be here. We hope we'll discuss this issue pertaining online learning.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
Kariuki.
Asante sana.
How are you, sir? Welcome.
Salama.
This is your first time to be here at Horizon TV.
Yes, na nashukuru sana.
Briefly, just tell us about yourself, what you do.
Asante sana. My name is Kelvin Kariuki. I'm an assistant lecturer at Multimedia University of Kenya in the Faculty of Computing and Information Technology. Generally, I teach programming units, artificial intelligence, networking and network security.
Okay.
Yes.
And today we are going to discuss about online learning.
Yes.
First of all, online learning. What is online learning?
Maybe we need to go a little bit back before we even look at online learning. Let's start with e-learning.
E-learning.
Yes.
Because I want to come there.
Exactly. E-learning and online learning. Because it is e-learning that began before now we came to online learning.
So just give us the history then.
So e-learning. Learning by the use of electronic devices like computers, tablets, mobile phones. So that is e-learning. So in the advent of computers, when they became cheap and more affordable, then many reading materials were now put in computers through CDs, through flash disks, and now people were able to read from their computers, from their smartphones, and so on and so forth. So that is what we call e-learning, when you're using electronic devices to learn. So it's different from the traditional face-to-face classrooms.
The classroom learning.
Exactly. So here you have the content on the computer. So that's e-learning, electronic learning. Now, when the internet grew and more people were able to be connected to the internet, then came online learning.
Online learning.
A term that was first.
From e-learning.
Yes. Okay. Now to online.
There's a rebirth of online learning.
Exactly. And now this term came in around 1999, online learning. And it meant really learning over the internet. By use of the internet, by the use of a web browser. So for you to be able to learn, you need a web browser. Of course, you'll need a computer. Then a web browser installed on it. Then now you need internet connection. And now you are going to learn remotely. And the advantage that this brought was the fact that you can learn anywhere, anytime.
Anywhere, anytime.
Anytime. So that's the biggest plus of what we call now online learning.
So, Talo, from e-learning to online learning.
Yes.
There's a big difference between the two.
Yes.
How?
Just the way my good lecturer and a friend has explained, online learning grew from e-learning. But now this is a way now where you are able now to communicate with lecturers via videos. They are able to do exercises. You're able to do exams. That is online learning. But this e-learning, it was just maybe using the tablet or using the phones to be able to access learning materials and to be able to learn. Yes. Yeah.
And Talo, you do online learning.
Yes.
How is it?
Online learning is very interesting because currently I'm doing online learning on an application called Udemy. I'm doing cybersecurity. So when good thing about online learning is that you can do it anywhere. That's the way my good friend here and my lecturer said. You can do it anywhere, and you can be able to watch the videos, and also you can redo watching. Like, it's not like just learning class. You see, once you learn in class, you cannot be able to go back for recording. But online, one good thing about online learning is that you're able to go back if you didn't understand. Pause the video, go back, and be able to see and also get what you didn't get maybe during the first when you were watching the video for the first time. So that is the good thing about online learning. And you also you're able to as in to spend your time well, as in you can plan for yourself. You can say that from 6, maybe you're doing job. From 6, when I'm in office, before I leave, I can be able to learn this, then go back home at this time. So you are able to do it effectively with the time. Yeah.
Lecturer, how do you interact with your student during the lessons on the online learning?
Online learning systems are commonly referred to as learning management systems. And most of them have been designed in such a way that you can interact with students just in the same manner that you can in an actual face-to-face class. So most of these learning management systems give you features like the ability to do a presentation using PowerPoint, the ability to mark different parts of your presentation, just the way you can use a pointer to point specific areas, or to even draw over specific areas in an actual class. You can also be able to ask questions using a poll. Students can also ask you questions by either lifting up their hand, and then you give them the opportunity to do so, or they can even text a question. And you know these millennials, how they like texting and chatting. So it becomes very interactive, and they really feel like it's even better, because some of them are shy in a face-to-face class.
How many students can you handle in a lesson?
Massive. From my end, the biggest class I've taught is about 150 there through an online platform. But there are big universities like MIT, and they started what we call MOOCs. MOOCs is massive open online course. In fact, what Talo just said, the course he's taking on Udemy is one of the massive open online course. So those big universities decided to open up this knowledge sharing platform, which is an online platform where millions and millions of people can simply subscribe. Then they have their lecturers who are teaching. So it's actually part of their CSR. And therefore, when they are doing that, they are reaching out to millions and millions of people who are interested in a particular area like security. And therefore, because of the good internet speeds that we have today, online platforms can support as many people as you can think. Because also the servers that host these learning management systems are also quite advanced in terms of processing power and storage capacity. Yes.
Talo, what motivated you to venture into online learning?
Okay, what motivated me is that currently there's some courses which are not here being offered here in Kenya. So for you maybe to get a certification or to be able to get that course, you have to do it online or you go there. And I saw it is very important for me to do it here instead of going to travel somewhere else, because I'm able to continue doing my other things. I'm able to continue with my work as I learn. So that is the thing that motivated me so much. And also I'm able to do it at my convenience. I can be able to take a break break. If I want to take a break, I just communicate to my my lecturer or my tutor that I'm taking this break, I'll be back by this time. So that is what motivated me to do that. And you'll understand that the history, a short history about online learning. Just the way my good friend here, Karaoke, explained is that if you go into history, these e-learning started with the University of Illinois, that is in Chicago, America. It started initially, it was not like the way it's being done like this. It was just there to help people share material, learning material to people, like to the student to be able to, but now they saw the need of people learning online because of maybe their time schedule and what they are doing every time. So they came up with online seating system to help those students who are maybe they want convenience. Maybe you're working, maybe you have family, and you want to advance in your education. You want to add something. You want to get credentials, maybe more credentials. Like if you have done a degree, you want to add another degree on it. So they saw it important to offer online learning, so that maybe those people who are unable to go to class or unable to go to the normal learning, they can be able to interact and also learn and be able to get the certification and also the degrees.
Mwalimu, yes. How do you coordinate the student during the examination?
Most of the time with online exams, especially for these short courses, you get that on exams they go to particular testing centers. They go to particular certified testing centers. So we have centers around Nairobi and other places which are partnering with these companies that are offering these online courses as their official testing centers. So they have the equipment. By equipment we mean they have the computers, they have cameras to monitor the students, they also have anything else that the students might need. And they have also been trained on how to manage them. So that is what actually enforces trust. Because with online learning, again, if you play around with the integrity of the exam, if you don't have trust on how the exam is managed, then it dilutes the whole idea of online learning. And that's why most companies decide to partner with official testing centers. Yes. So most of the time at the university we do not administer online exams, just specific courses that maybe we are offering ourselves as an online class.
So during the exam period, you're supposed to attend the exams at the classes, traditional classes, as usual?
No, at the labs.
At the labs?
Yes, at the labs, at our computer lab. So you go to our computer lab, you sit there, then most of them are multiple choice questions and a few other written questions. Yes.
To add on it, there's some online learning system whereby now they're able to access your cameras and they're able to access you, what you're doing. You have to adjust the camera so that when you're doing the exam, they're able to see you, what you're doing. Yeah, and mostly they are given some time, the question are given some time, because if you have been able to learn for that all that time, you must be able to answer the question. So they give you a short time to answer because they understand you, this is something you have been doing often. So yeah, that is just an addition on my good friend Karaoke here.
Okay, and Talo, what are some of the challenges that you as a student you face while doing your online studies?
Okay, for me, I'll just say it's a challenge we face in Kenya. Like, for me, I'm trying my best, but now the challenges we're facing maybe on online learning in Kenya. Currently, first of all, we have a problem with the internet connection. As much as Safaricom is trying its best and other internet providers are providing internet, but you may find sometimes it's buffering, and you see you're learning online, you need to have that internet, a good internet that is, the speed is okay. Because you may have maybe bought 10 Mbps, that is a speed that you can be able to learn with it online. But now it reaches a point, it's buffering. Maybe the internet providers, they have an issue on their end. So that is a problem we're having in Kenya. And also technology-wise, the government should support technologies and should support having these iPads to help the students who are doing online, because as much as you want to learn online, you should have a good computer, either a good computer or iPad, depending with the course you're doing. If you're doing an IT course, you'll require a laptop because you have to code and everything. But if you're doing a course that only requires maybe tutorials and everything, you don't require a laptop. You may require only an iPad, or sometimes you may even require a phone. So that is the problem we're facing. Another thing that is affecting online learning is motivation.
Motivation.
Yes, we require the government to motivate people who are doing online. You see, sometimes you may go for an interview after you do an online, and someone doesn't say that we want someone who went to the university and just sat in class. So they should also be able to motivate those people who are doing online by when they go for competition on the for a job, they are given equal opportunity with like others. Again, the student now require motivation from lecturers so much. You may find that some few universities in Kenya are offering that is online learning. The example is Kenyatta University. So I had a good friend who was doing an online learning from KU. So I saw he was lacking the motivation. So the lecturer should add a motivation. Motivation in a way that, you see, when you're interacting with the student, you should not say it's online. You should be like in class. You see, like when most of the time, you may not be able, like a lecturer will be able in class to tell this student has not understood. So, but when him is teaching online, you may not be able to know if the student has understood, because in class he may start like maybe the expression and everything. But here you online, someone may hide it out. So you should also try to know a way to motivate him so that he can be able to open up and you'll be able to help him. So students require that motivation.
Lecturer, how can you motivate these students? How can you motivate them? Okay, hold on. We'll have your sentiment after a short commercial break. Mtazamaji, tazama kidogo na tukirudi tutakuwa na kipindi hichi kubwa sana cha Tech Tuesday. Mambo ya online, hali vipi? Tuma ujumbe wako kama unanufaika, na kama una swali basi uweza piga simu ama utumie ujumbe wako katika mitandao yetu maridadi sana kijamii: Facebook Horizontv Kenya, Twitter Horizontv Kenya, Instagram Horizontv Kenya, na vile vile YouTube live tupo. Uweza bwaga bonge la comment lako na nitakuwa nalisoma hewani. Na zama nikirudi Tech Tuesday hewani itakuwa inaendelea.
Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban. You are watching the Sabah Show. Keep it locked right here on Horizon TV.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation. On the next episode,
wadhamini kwa chingine kwa ambacho kitakidhi ile deni, isiate kukidhiwa deni kwa kuwa pesa ziko mbali, haukutukuliwa kwamba kuwa ni udhuru, kwa sababu umuhimu mkubwa kwanza ni kulipiwa deni maiti kabla ya kuzikwa. Fa intaakharu, warithi wakichelewa, au imtana'u an qada'i duyunihi, ama wakakataa kulipa madeni yake, athimu bijuhdil haqq, watapata madhambi wote kwa kuipinga haki, kwa sababu kulipa deni ya mzee ni haki. Kwa hivyo wote watapata madhambi.
From the most interesting things is the alertness of the dying person at the time of his death, for he becomes perceptive to a degree which cannot be described, and worried to an extent that has no limits, and he yearns for his times of old, and wishes that he be left so that he can make up for what passed him by, and so that he can be truthful in his repentance, in accordance with the level of certainty he now has about death. And he, out of grief, almost kills his own soul before its actual death. And if a single atom's weight of these things were found at the time of health and well-being, everything that is intended by doing pious deeds would be achieved. So the intelligent one is he who pictures that hour and acts according to what it requires. And if he is not able to do that, then he visualizes it as much as he is able to, for it will prevent desire's hand and will arouse determination in him.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban. You are watching the Sabah Show. Keep it locked right here on Horizon TV.
Karibu sana mtazamaji kwa kuzidi kutegea runinga hino ya Horizon TV. Kipindi ni Tech Tuesday na hodha wako Muhammad Obura. Hali vipi? Nitumie ujumbe wako kupitia mitandao yetu maridadi sana ya kijamii Facebook, Twitter, wakina Saida Abud wanasema Twitter, pamoja na Instagram ni Horizon TV Kenya. Na unataka kufanya masomo yako kupitia online au unataka kufanya online learning, basi papa hapa utakuwa unapata maarifa ya jinsi ambavyo waweza fanya shughuli zako. Na studioni nipo na mabingwa. Gumzo tu laendelea hapa kama kama kawaida. Na mwalimu, I want you to tell me, how do you motivate students wakati ambapo kwa session now pale kwa class?
Asante. Labda kwanza tu kumjibu kidogo The biggest motivation should come from the student, him or herself. What is the purpose? What is the purpose? Why are they pursuing this particular course? Why do they want to gain that skill? So it is that drive that will keep them moving. Why am I saying so? I'm saying so because the online learning can be delivered in one of two ways. One of them can be what we call self-paced learning, where the learner actually learns the online content by themselves, bit by bit. And therefore, you don't have any time where the lecturer is coming in live using video conferencing tools. The other way is where now we have mixed content. So at some point you have the lecturer delivering a particular lecture, and at others they're doing some self-paced learning. So you see, for this one that has self-paced learning content, the biggest motivation should come from the student, him or herself. Now, if it's mixed or purely through video conferencing, that is, lectures are delivered live, the student, number one, also has to be very disciplined in terms of time management, because if it's live, it means
some are not.
Exactly. Because it means if the lecture is starting at this time and ending at this time, that is it. So
do you have specific time for the lectures?
Yes.
Like from
Yes, just like the face-to-face classes. So we also have a timetable for the online lectures if they are being delivered over video conferencing tools.
So
and therefore,
I'm just wondering, if a student fails to attend the classes, what is
the learning management systems will always track them through login. So when they log in, yes, they have to log in with their account.
Okay.
Yeah. And therefore, when they log in, we are able to track that today you logged in and you attended the class from this time to this time. But that said, the lecturer also has a big part to play in terms of motivating their students. How? Number one, they need to provide content that are interactive. So multimedia content, animation, PowerPoint presentations, but at least with also some animations in it, videos. Number two is make the class as interesting as possible. So bring in a sense of humor, use scenarios or cases that are actually happening on the ground. And also what I can say is, if possible, as much as possible, encourage the learners to ask questions, to stop you and ask questions, whether they need to seek clarification or they need an answer to a different question. Just encourage them to do that, because these learning management systems will always provide those capabilities.
Okay.
Yes.
Chalo, for the students who wants to join online learning and they have no idea on how to start, so maybe you can break down the procedure if you want to join online learning. What is the procedure?
Okay, first of all, there are several universities, organizations that offers distance learning. So what you need to do, first of all, you need to do research about what you want to do. If you want to do maybe data science for IT people or cybersecurity, you should know which one offers the best in cybersecurity, and maybe the one that you'll be okay with, maybe their rules and regulation. So first of all, you have to do that research. First of all, decide what you want to do, then do research. There are many. So once you do that, once you search even Google or LinkedIn, some of them they're recognized on LinkedIn. So once you go there, you can go through their requirements. You can go what they require, what you're required to pay, because it's not free. For me, I do it on Udemy. Udemy is not like video conferencing. That's the way my good friend lecturer here has said. It's not about video conferencing. It's now the recorded videos. The lecturer record the videos. You learn them. It gives you exercise, marks, then exam.
So you can always be rewinding.
Yes, like that one now. That one you can be able to rewind, but they're different. As the way you say, the one that maybe the lecturer record the video and then you go through it. Then there's another one that you love to do video conference. That one you have to go the time the lecturer tells you that he or she will be that time, so that you're able now to be able to learn. And there is one that now you do it, but you have to log in, because for you to get a certification or for you to get a degree, there's a minimum number of hours you're supposed to attend, and there is a threshold for the assignment, for the exam. So you have to ensure that you have passed them for you to get that certification. They don't just give you like that. So you have to.
You just have to attend the classes.
Yes, and most
they'll be counting hours.
Yes, and most of the people who do online learning, these are people who have been. They have that motivation to go and do that course. You have a reason why you're doing it. You cannot just go to do online if you don't have a reason. This is not like a curriculum you're going through. This is something you want to get it. You want to get the skills. So you have now to do more and more. So you have to attend the class. You have to do the exercise. You'll get yourself asking questions because you want to know more. And after all, you'll get the certification, and you'll be an expert, as we call it in IT. If you do everything that the lecturers tell you, if you do the exercise, you do the exam, you go through all the lectures, you go through all the tutorials, you'll be okay. Yeah.
You'll be okay. And I'm just wondering, can you just tell me some of the advantages of online learning compared to those of traditional class lectures?
So that's the way I told you that, you see, when you go for online learning, you have other activities you're doing. So for the other one, you expect it to be in class maybe from 8 to 1. But this one, you can be able to go for a short time because you have that motivation why you're going to learn that. And once you go there, you have the motivation, you'll be able to spend a short time because you're getting that certification. Again, another maybe an importance of online learning is that you may find some certification, they're not being offered in class, like learning, maybe in Kenya. So you have to do them online. So you will go to online and be able to get them. Another thing is that maybe the interaction between you and the lecturer online is something that is very, it will make you, motivate you to learn. Because if you ask a question, you're able to respond, the lecturer is able to follow what you're doing, and the lecturer also has an easy time for you. Because for other classes, you may not be able to know the student, but for this one, because the system is able to know someone logged in, this and this, you can able to see. The lecturer also will have some time to know this student attended, this one, he asked this question. But the other one, you see, when you're having like a class like 150 students as a lecturer in class, maybe you may not be able to interact with everyone that in personal level, but this one you interacting with every student in a personal level. Yeah.
Mwalimu, I'm just wondering.
Just to add on the advantages, cost is also a major advantage of online learning, because as you had,
is it expensive? Is it cheap?
It's cheaper.
It's cheaper.
Cheaper in the fact that you
compared to the traditional
imagine
class.
If the course he's doing is actually offered in a university in the US, You see, if we didn't have online learning, then he had to travel there, stay there.
For accommodation.
So you see, so other than the tuition fee, we're also looking at those other expenses that you're going to incur by actually going to attend a face-to-face class. So cost is a major advantage of online learning. Number two.
So is it cheap? So obviously it's cheap compared to traditional.
Yes. It's cheaper. Even the tuition fee, it's always cheaper because with online learning, the university is able to reach more. So they leverage on what we call the mass, the scale. What do we call it in economics? Yeah? When you're selling to more, and therefore you're able to offer it at a cheaper price. Yeah? So they're a little bit cheaper compared to the traditional classes. And number two, as I said, most of these millennials are very good interacting via chatting,
texting, online,
and therefore,
internet.
when you put them there, they feel more confident and they can ask questions. But on a face-to-face class, especially if the class is a little bit big, you get that most students are shy. They cannot ask questions. But if it's online, they just text you, papa, and you're able to also reply. And therefore, I think those two are what I wanted to add to what my friend Talo has put across.
Mwalimu, where do you see the future of online learning in this country?
Oh, I'm telling you. Online learning, can I say it's here to stay? And it's going to grow bigger and bigger. In fact, if we just get out of maybe the campus setup and now think of how companies are actually training their employees on new technologies. Most companies actually now have online platforms where they do train their employees. And therefore, online learning now has actually transformed from where they began, which is the academic setup, now to industry. So when they have new technologies that they want to use, instead of calling for trainings, which can be very expensive to their employees, they actually use online platforms, pre-recorded videos, PowerPoints, and any content that they can put on their website and require that their employees have to read. So these help organizations to save a lot of money and to also deploy these trainings in a very short period of time. Because if it was the face-to-face class, you need infrastructure, and therefore you need to group people. So you'll have to call them one by one, batch by batch, and that takes a lot of time. So what I can say is, because in this country right now we are doing quite well in terms of connectivity, internet connectivity. And with the advent of what we call 5G, which is going to be a very high-speed internet connectivity through our telcos, I'm telling you, online learning is going to be one of the main options when it comes to learning.
It's going to be one of the main options.
One of the main options when it comes to learning. And I'm sure you've had something like YouTube University. Especially most of us techies, we say that we are graduates of YouTube University. Other than being graduates of our respective universities, there's a lot of content that we learn from YouTube.
Very true.
We have very good Indian lectures who record their videos and put them on YouTube. Therefore, if you don't understand the concept in the face-to-face class, you simply go and search for the same content online. And therefore, what I can say is, as much as possible, the industry or Kenyans are supposed to be more accommodative of online learning because it's not any lesser than the face-to-face. It's not any lesser. And that is what many people want to think, that online learning is lesser than face-to-face. No, it's not. Because these learning management systems have been designed to offer something close or even better to what is done on the ground. Something else that I wanted to add on that was, again, when it comes to online classes, other than saving revenue, most universities right now have what we call university common courses. These are These are courses that are done across the board, irrespective of the course that you're taking. So courses like HIV and AIDS, communication skills, entrepreneurship, and so on and so forth. And therefore, most universities right now, in order to cut costs, they are actually offering these university common courses on their online platforms.
Okay.
So more and more, we are going to see more and more courses being put online. Yes.
Chalo, what can you say about the quality of online learning in this country? Just hold on.
Yes.
Let us take a short commercial break. Mtazamaji, tazama kidogo na tukirudi tutakuwa napata kauli yake Chalo kuhusiana na quality of education or rather quality of online education in this country.
Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban. You are watching the Sabah Show. Keep it locked right here on Horizon TV.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation. On the next episode,
wadhamini kwa chingine kwamba chukitakidhi ile deni isiate kukidhiwa deni kwa kuwa pesa ziko mbali, haukutukuliwa kwamba kuwa ni udhuru, kwa sababu umuhimu mkubwa kwanza ni kulipiwa deni maiti kabla kuzikwa. Fa intaakharu, warithi wakichelewa, au imtana'u an qada'i duyunihi, ama wakakataa kulipa madeni yake, athimu bijuhdi alhaq, watapata madhambi wote kwa kuipinga haki, kwa sababu kulipa deni ya mzee ni haki. Kwa hivyo wote watapata madhambi.
Is investing money in different companies like Coca-Cola, Nestle, etc. for profit and loss permissible or not? The one asking the question, brother or sister, I advise you not to invest in such companies. First and foremost, because by and large, these companies do invest and deal in haram. And it's not accepted to deal in a company that is dealing with haram. So my advice to you, and what the scholars, by and large, the mainstream of the scholars advises, it's not permissible for us to invest in such companies. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban. You are watching the Sabah Show. Keep it locked right here on Horizon TV.
Garissa inatazama. Mtazamaji, bila shaka ni kipindi cha Sabah Show, nazungumzia Tech Tuesday, masala ni online learning, na nipo na bonge la panel hapa. Tunazungumzia masala mengi sana. Before the commercial break, Talo, you were to give me your sentiment on the issue of the quality of online education here in Kenya.
Okay, just as we had already said that quality here on online is very key. As from attending classes, you're able to see the login, so you cannot like bypass anything. Like you cannot bypass. You have to do the assignments, you have to do the tutorials, you have to go through them, and you see after you finish one is when you can go to the next. You cannot like jump to the next one. So you have to finish, like if this topic, you have to finish this topic to go to the other one. So it's not like when you are learning on your book and you try now to move forward, like you go forward, then you'll be back to learn from the other topic that you have left. You have to go systematically and you have to understand. And after every topic, there is an exercise that you're supposed to pass. If you don't pass it, you cannot proceed to the next one. So the quality here is very important, and it's very checked, as in they check the quality so much. So they ensure that before you move to the next stage, you are able to learn this topic and you're able to go through it. And for you to get that certification, is not something easy. You have to do, you have to have that motivation, and you have to work hard, because you will not be given just the certification on a platter, like on a silver platter, like you
need to go for it.
Yes, it's not like you have paid for money, so now they are giving you the certification. You have to show that.
You have to show them that.
Yeah.
You need these skills.
Yes, you have the skills. Yeah, you gain the skills. If you don't gain it, you'll go back. They'll return you back to class so that you go through it and get it. So if you get anyone with any online certification or certificate, it's very quality and it's very, very, very good. So I'll tell people to go for online.
So it's the same certificate that I'll get if I go to sit for a traditional class to be lectured there.
Yes, it's the same. And you see, like the way you said that most organizations are doing that. The company I work for, the Udemy, they paid for us. We don't pay for it. So we are learning. They tell you there's some key which you have to learn to go through it, that they are key courses. But on your field of work, you can be able to learn other things you want, and they're paying for it. So I know organizations in Kenya which are doing that, like IBM, we have also some site on. They are trying to support the same, even Safaricom is supporting. So seeing when time comes, online will be the thing. You don't have to go to class.
And I know we are doing good.
Yes.
But what can we add to improve online learning here in Kenya?
So what we can add is maybe the reward for those people who are doing online. That is why when someone does online, maybe we should maybe reward them by a good job, because you see sometimes some maybe organization do not recognize online. They prefer face-to-face learning. So once we do that, so that we are able to put online learning certification as the face-to-face certificate, people will be able now to understand it's very important to do it, and it's just like the normal face-to-face. And this will also improve our economy, because the time spent in class maybe doing nothing, you'll be able to spend it in other productive things. And also those people who are working for different organizations, they'll be able to add their skills and be able to add their output to the organization or the companies they're working for. Yes.
Mwalimu, what are some of the key elements in evaluating the effectiveness of e-learning?
Number one, I can say the learning outcome. That is, has the student or the learner acquired the skill that that you expected them to acquire during the online training? And the learning outcome is closely related to the learning objectives. So what were the learning objectives of that course? And now, has the student acquired it? That is number one. Number two, you can also evaluate an online learning platform by offering a survey to the students at the end of the course, so that they can give feedback on what they think can be improved, and also rate the entire course. And maybe you can even, in the survey, ask a question on whether they will prefer doing another online course or a face-to-face course. So that you get, by evaluating, then you're able to improve the system. Another one is on interactivity of the platform. Is the lecturer able to interact with the student just like they will do in the normal face-to-face setup? Can students ask questions? Can students raise their hands? Can you be able to annotate different parts of your presentation, and so on and so forth? So those features that make the online platform appear as the face-to-face platform is actually a plus to any online platform. Another one is video conferencing facilities. Does the system have video conferencing facilities for live lectures, where the lecturer can do live lectures? So that's also a plus. Something else we can consider that is, I mentioned about the skills. So are they able now to translate what they've learned into practice? You taught them to do ABCD. So are they able to practice ABCD on the ground, in the industry? Then the other one that is very important is now the demand of that online course. Are more people being attracted to that course? Because the best marketer in any training institution is actually the student. But the student will go and share with another potential candidate. And therefore, if more and more people are coming for the course, it means the ones that have gone through it are actually contented. And therefore, if an online course is attracting more and more students, it means they are happy. They're happy with it. They're able to get value for their money and their time. Yes.
Okay, and
We can call that one motivation. If you see people coming, they are motivated to do it. So that is an added advantage. Yes, because
it's an advantage to them.
Yes.
Are there any challenges that you face from your side as a lecturer during the online classes?
Yes. For instance, I remember the first times I was delivering online classes. You almost feel like you're talking to yourself. I think it's just like radio. It's just like being a radio presenter. So you're just talking to the mic and to the camera and doing your stuff. But you see, you're not able to see those gestures of the people you're talking to. Because with a face-to-face class, you're able to see gestures, you're able to see people smile.
Very true.
And therefore, it becomes quite challenging when you're just talking and laughing with yourself, but you're not able to get that feedback from your students. But there are systems right now that allow students to even post emojis. So just like they do in WhatsApp. So when they're happy about something, you say they can send an emoji. So at least also the lecturer also feels
fun.
Yes, exactly. Otherwise, as it is, to me, I felt lonely. You're teaching so many students compared to a face-to-face class, but you're more lonely. So for me, that was my biggest challenge.
Okay, that was your biggest challenge.
Another one maybe that I can say is it also takes it has quite a learning curve. For you to be able to teach online, you need to be trained actually.
You need to be trained.
Yes, most of these learning management systems, they're not complex, but at least you'll need to be trained on how to do stuff. Yeah, and for me, I'm tech savvy. But think of teachers who are technophobia. You see, it can become quite an uphill task for them to learn the interface and how to interact, how to set the exam online, how to set the cut online, and so on and so forth. But actually, it's very interesting to teach online. Yes.
Chalo, quickly before we finish the program, how can you? What can you say about the supervisors?
Okay.
Are they friendly?
They are friendly in you see, most of these platforms, they have question and answers section. And if it's not video conferencing, but if it's video conferencing, you see, you'll be able to, you'll not feel asking your lecturer. It's like you're talking with someone, like you're just talking on video, calling someone and saying that this one I didn't understand, and they're able to show you using graphics. So the supervisors are very good. People will enjoy because you're interacting one-on-one. You're not seeing your classmate there. Like you see, when you're sitting in class, you have someone maybe will interrupt you. But this one, him is in another location, different place. You're in different place, but you are getting the same thing. So you'll be able to ask, you'll be able to concentrate, you'll be able to ask the question to the lecturer. So here you'll not have any those interruptions like when you're in class. So the supervisors are very good because they're able to follow your progress. They're able to check how you're doing. They're able to know if you have a problem somewhere. They concentrate on that place and make sure that you you're passing the exam and you're getting the certification and you have the skills. Yeah.
Mwalimu said that the future of online learning is big. What's your take on that?
Yes, the future of learning is big in Kenya because just the way you said, we have the internet. We also have some organizations supporting online. They're trying to train their staff on adding more skills. You see, when you have some staff and maybe you're changing the systems, and you see most of these organizations that are changing the system, so they need to support their staff to get some extra skills to manage the systems. So most of these organizations, they're going for online learning. So 5 years to come, you'll get even, we'll start online learning for as much as class 1. You get like that is tutoring someone, a student.
And,
like,
and will it be a good move to see online learning starting from as early as Standard 1?
Yes, you see, we cannot run away from technology, and technology is here to stay.
We cannot.
And you see,
Let me just interrupt you a little bit.
Yes.
In fact, we're already doing e-learning because students have been given tablets.
Yeah.
And they're learning from the tablets.
Yeah.
So very soon, the content that have been installed in those tablets are actually going to be put on some servers, maybe here in Nairobi.
Yeah.
And therefore, they're going to be accessing more and more content online. And you know that our government is also doing as much as they can to connect most of the primary and secondary schools to internet and electricity. And therefore, we are getting there. Very soon, we are going to have online classes from as early as primary 1.
And you see, like right now, if you get a kid who is 2 years, 3 years, already they know how to use a phone, and they're able to watch videos on YouTube. And most of the parents now they are trying to monitor their kids by providing them with learning material via YouTube, so that when the children or the kid goes to school, is able to answer the teacher even before the teacher starts asking questions. He's able to get everything. So that is already online. Is only that we have not like actualize it, and in the next 2 or 5 years it will be actualized, and we'll start e-learning, online learning for even kids, so that the parents are able to stay with the kids at home as they learn.
Okay, thank you so much for creating time to come to our studio. Maybe last word, your parting shot before we close up this segment.
Okay, what I want to tell to our viewers is that they should embrace online learning. You should be able to get skills. If you've done a course, try to do a certification online. Make sure you're working hard to make sure that you get the online learning and enjoy the experience. And I just want to tell you, technology is here. You cannot run away from technology. We have to embrace it. We have to love it. We have to work with it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Harrison Talo. Mwalimu, your parting shot?
Online learning and what comes at the end of it, which is an online learning certificate for that particular course you've done, is not any lesser than the other certificate that you get when you learn in a face-to-face class. And it's high time that our government actually adapts or comes up with an organization that will be able to verify and approve some of these online courses, so that they can be widely accepted. In fact, big companies like Google and Facebook nowadays, they don't need degrees for them to hire you. They only need the skill.
Skills.
Yes. So it doesn't matter. You go learn where you can. Learn from YouTube, learn from where.
Just have the skills.
This is our problem. You can be able to solve it.
Just fix this problem.
Exactly.
If you fix, they give you job.
Exactly. Because we've also been hearing of what we call diluted degrees or something. So people have very good certificates, but they can't solve the problem. So nowadays, many tech companies are actually encouraging people to learn what they can on their own. And their interviews is not about the paper. It's about your skill. Yes. You're saying you're a programmer. Okay, come. We give you a laptop. Then you start coding. They give you a task.
A task. You code it. Then if you're successful, they give you a job. That is what they do.
Colors.
Yeah.
So online learning is something that anyone is supposed to consider.
Okay.
Especially if you have problems with maybe traveling. Some people are not very flexible. Maybe you're employed and you need to learn a new skill. you can just go and Google if that skill is offered online, and most likely you're going to get it. Okay. So online is here to stay. It's going to grow more and more. Online certificates are not any less than the other certificates. Yes.
Nah, thank you guys for creating time to come.
Thank you so much, Moha.
Thank you so much for creating time. Na mtazamaji, kwa kauli hiyo na kuambia kwamba mengi sana nimeweza kujifunza ndani ya Tech Tuesday, na naambiwa kwamba nahodha itabidi weze kubanduka studioni, ishara kwamba kipindi cha Tech Tuesday kimefika tamati. Tuweze kupatana hapo kesho ndani ya kipindi cha Sanchari ya Michezo. Natumai kwamba umeweza kunufaika. Kwa wale wote ambao wameweza kufanikisha kipindi hichi, mzungumzie wapiga picha wangu, namuona Hashim Daudi pamoja na Sumaya binti Nur, shukran sana. Mpeperushaji wa kipindi hichi Saida Abud, jamaa wangu wa sauti Nasir Hassan, pamoja na mtayarishaji na mwelekezi wa kipindi hichi cha leo, nazungumzia director stroke producer Isa Mtamu. Kutoka kwa unahodha Muhammad Samabura, na kuaga kwa sasa.
Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban. You are watching the Sabah Show. Keep it locked right here on Horizon TV.